We have some news just coming in. Free electricity by the government. Notification issued by the government. Average units of 12 months to be taken. 10% of units to the 12 months. Average to be added. It's going to be the final free units per house. For example, if a house has used 100 units, this 12-month average house is going to be eligible for 110 units. Free electricity including 10% addition. Anything above 110 units, the remaining units will have to be paid. We're getting you all the details from Karnataka as far as the Congress's guarantees are concerned. Well, if one house, 2 or 3 meters run, only one is going to be eligible for this particular scheme. This is the Siddaramaiah government issuing a notification for free power. Remember, this is one of the guarantees that was in fact promised by the Congress in the run-up to elections during the course of the campaign, and now they have issued a notification for the same. What they're saying is as follows in terms of eligibility criteria. If a house has used 100 units, this 12-month average, house is going to be eligible for 110 units of free electricity, including 10% addition. Anything above 110 units, the remaining units will have to be paid. Houses with more than 1,200 units, this 12-month average is not going to come under the free electricity scheme. This is a notification for free power. Remember, the Congress government was in fact faced a great deal of criticism, saying that the free socks and the guarantees that they spoke about is going to cause heavy to the exchequer. Right now, they are in fact issuing a notification to this effect, saying that indeed they're going to ensure free electric power to an extent. However, there is in fact fair amount of criteria that needs to be looked at. Naga, not everybody is going to be eligible. There is a criteria and that needs to be looked at very closely. What's the cost to the exchequer essentially, Naga?
Well, the data from the government is yet to be given as to what is the cost to the exchequer for free electricity scheme, the Govt scheme that would cost is what we are told. But the notification officially from the government has come out, and what we are being told is that not 200 units will be given to free to everyone, and the notification clearly says that an average of last 12 months will be taken into account and plus 10% will be added. For example, if a house is using 100 units of electricity on an average in the last 12 months, 10% would be added to it. 110 is what the free electricity would be given to that house per se. And anything above 110, for example, if the house uses 120 in that month, the disparity of 10 units would be, the house will have to pay, the household people will have to pay for the 10 units. The 110 will remain still free, is what the government is saying. And any house which goes above 200 units average will not be eligible for the scheme at this point of time. This also is because not just the exchequer, if everyone uses 200 units per se, the procurement of power will become quite less. Now it's also summer, the procurement has already gone down. The demand, if it becomes more, the supply equally will be difficult for the government to procure the electricity as well. And
ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸಾಲ ಮನ್ನಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ
We're telling you all the details and play that soundbite out also of the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, with the government now issuing a notification for free power. Nagarjun Dwarkanath continues to be with us. Before we go to Naga, let's listen in to the Chief Minister once again.
ರಾಜ್ಯನ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಹೆಸರು ತಗೊಬಂದು ಹೋದ್ರು. ಈಗ ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದು? ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀತೀರಲ್ಲ, ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ ಈ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ.
All right, so the Karnataka government has issued detailed notification for the implementation of the scheme that they had promised in the run-up to elections, called the Govt scheme. that promises free electricity to all households that use below 200 units of power every month. This is in fact one of the 5 guarantees.
Indira Canteen ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತವ್ರು ಯಾರು? ಖುಷಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತವ್ರು ಯಾರು? ಪಶು ಭಾಗ್ಯ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತವ್ರು ಯಾರು? ಶೂ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತವ್ರು ಯಾರು? ಸೈಕಲ್ ಕೂಡ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತವ್ರು ಯಾರು? ಈ ಒಂದ ಎರಡ ಹೇಳೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ನಡಿ.
Cycle bhagya, who stopped the shoe bhagya?
Nagarjun Dwarkanath in fact continues to be with us. Nagar, there was a lot of controversy given the announcements that were made by guarantees, saying that this is going to cause heavy to the exchequer. What is the government now saying?
Well, the government is saying that they are implementing the remaining schemes as it is, especially the free bus pass, as well as the Yuva Nidhi scheme, then the 10 kilo rice. Only the electricity is where we are also finding the disparity. Initially, before the election, the CM and the Deputy CM back then who were campaigning had said 200 units of free electricity would be given to each household in Karnataka, including his house as well, the CM's house. But now when the notification has come out, it says that an average of 12 months will be taken as to how much the house is using the electricity, and additional of 10% would be given to that household. So like I mentioned, if the house is using 50 units as an average in the last 1 year units, 10% will be given. That will be 55 units per month. If it's 60 units, the remaining 5 units will be have to pay for. The 55 units will remain for free is what the notification says. And there was some confusion that if the house owner has 2 flats that he is given for rent, can the tenants also avail this offer? The notification had mentioned that per house there will be only 1 meter that would be getting the free electricity. But now seems like the sources are saying that CM has instructed the officials that even the tenants will have to get this free electricity scheme and not just the house owner, and hence there will be more burden on the exchequer of the state, not just in terms of paying the electricity bills on behalf of the citizens, but also procuring the extra amount of electricity that people use. That's a big headache. This is not just simple mathematics that they have done. They've also looked at the demand and supply. If everyone starts using 200 units, do we have such power to give it to the state is what the big question is. And they'll have load shedding and all of it later. And hence, to save from the embarrassment, the government has come up with a notification which says that 12 months average plus 10% is what the citizens of Karnataka would get free.
Okay, it's pretty complicated, isn't it, Nagarjun Dwarkanath, in terms of implementation also? You know, we'll go into the politics of that in a moment from now, but I want to ask you, and this is for those who are going to be beneficiaries at the end of the day, all of our viewers from Karnataka must listen in. Nagarjun Dwarkanath, if one user has 1 or more power connections under his or her name, the scheme is going to be applicable to only one of the connections?
That's right. If Nagarjun Dwarkanath has 2 houses registered in my name, I can get only 1 house for free electricity. So I can't claim for both the houses. So if I have 5 houses, I can get only 1 house because I can't be claiming for all 5 houses. That's what it says. But we'll have to see the nitty-gritties of it when the scheme is implemented in July. What we are hearing that in the July bill, this will be implemented. Even the officials still have some confusion as to do the tenants have to pay, do the tenants have to not pay. If the house has 3 different meters, how do they go about it? If there's commercial offices, if first floor is commercial, ground floor is residential, can the commercial office also avail the scheme? Such confusion is still remaining. The government has said they'll come up with a white paper, most likely giving all the solutions to the doubts that people have come up with. Right now it's still on an official level that they are coming up with the scheme blueprint. Till they have another 20-25 days to implement it by July 1st is what we are told. So next fortnight, there will be a clearer picture by the government.
All right, Nagarjun Dwarkanath, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us those details, Naga, with that detailed report.